What is up, everybody? It has been a minute since I've talked about my book, and so I wanted to make a little update video about my book. It's right here, and I've been trying to go through it when I have time, but for the most part, I'm in grad school, as you know by other things that I've posted and shared, so there's only so much time to actually devote to my own stuff that I want to do. I am trying to be better about intentionally planning my content. And so because November hasn't changed, because like I have an entire spreadsheet that's functioning kind of like a calendar, but it's allowing me different functions than, because I have tried to actually like use like Google Calendar to plan my content before. It doesn't work very well for me. So we're trying the spreadsheet route and seeing if the spreadsheet route works for me. Looking at this specific month of February, I have already like kind of pinpointed like, oh, there's going to be an INR post in my stories because I should be done with a book by then, because I know when I have to have different books, like I need to be done reading them by because of class stuff, because grad school. And so I can already like essentially pencil those in, but I'm still trying to figure out like, okay, well, what do I actually want to do with like my Instagram grid, and what do I want to do anything else other than just like share my YouTube videos on the Facebook page, because that's really seems to be all that like my Facebook page is kind of functioning for. And I'd like to do it a little, like I'd like to expand it a little bit more, but you know, figuring out what that looks like, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's not like it's oh, I am trying to actually make this a living. I want to be an influencer, content creator. I mean, I want to be a content creator or what, regardless, because I am somebody who is creating content. That is the basic definition of a content creator. However, whether or not I would actually get paid to do that kind of stuff, that's a little different. That's a level of why I'm in grad school, trying to craft the life that I want. But there's also a level of all of this like content creation that goes in with being an author, which is why it kind of coincides, and we've kind of felt like we've gone down a little bit of a rabbit trail here, because it is a level of marketing that has to exist. Like, got to get people to buy in on reading this, and maybe you'll be already bought in on reading it because you've watched all of this process stuff. There's an entire playlist for you to see. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh my gosh, I hate what I've written, which, you know, there's a level of that exists just because it's like, is this actually right? Because, you know, perfectionism is a bear. Oh my gosh. But trying to be consistent with content and figuring out, oh, this is what I want to post. I want to do this. I want to do that. And just kind of figuring out, like, I think one of the things I do want to include on my Instagram grid is more like updates on this beauty, because I truly do believe that this could be my debut novel. I'm still not fully sure if I'm going to try and get it traditionally published and go through all of the querying nonsense and trying to get literary agents and big name publishers to do it, or if I'm just going to pull it up by my bootstraps and self-publish the bugger. I don't know. I know that I care deeply about this story and that I really want other people to be able to actually read it. So I'm kind of excited about that. And one of the ways that I know that this is really a story that I want to be out there for everybody is I can't stop thinking about it. It's not like any of the other novels that I've ever attempted to write, like through NaNoWriMo or anything like that, where at some point I honestly end up forgetting about them. There is a level of completion that exists with them, and it's just done. But that's not the case with this one. It's also not the case with another one that I worked on for a very long time. I think I had started it March 2016, if I remember correctly. There's already videos that exist about the process with that one. I do intend to go back to that one, and I have ideas of how I'd like to kind of redo it. And if I can get all of my ducks in a row, I mean, it's February. I got plenty of time to get my ducks in a row, but, you know, life and grad school, it's sometimes hard to get the ducks in a row. But if I can, then that may be NaNo21-22. So we're just going to see how it goes. We're not going to be like, oh my gosh, this is how this is going to go. First priority in the novel writing world for me is getting this story that I started in 2021, NaNo21-22, where I started it and then, you know, tried to add more to it in 2022, and I successfully added plenty of things to it. I really want to see this story be published. I would love to see this story be adapted for the screen. To an extent, it's kind of already written for the screen, but part of that is because there is a script that exists in it, so there is a level that just, it lends itself to the screen. It just already exists. But I would like to see that, and I have already, I don't know if this is something that other authors do, but maybe because I already know that this story would work really well on the screen from my experience of writing scripts and whatnot, I have ideas of like people I'd like to partner with and make this possible, but I don't know how plausible it would be. I have a lot of hopes and dreams wrapped around this stack of paper, and I'm excited to see where all of this goes, and I'm really excited that I have documented all of this because it'll be fun to look back on it one day and see my different struggles and whatnot, and just kind of how cool all of it is coming together. And it's all just to build up a following and hopefully find an audience that wants to read this stuff. I know I'm relatively vague on my stuff, but that's because I don't want to spoil anything, especially while things could very well change so quickly right now. Because even though I have a draft right here, I already have things in my head that I think are going to change that will shift for the better of the story, but it does change the way that things are already currently written. That is where we are. That is a relatively wordy and long update, but it's been a minute since I've updated. I don't think I've actually made a video about this since NaNoWriMo ended in 2022. So yeah, it's been a minute, and y'all are well overdue an update, so here we go. So that's it for me. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. I'm doing my best to make videos on Mondays, but as for now, I will see you next video. Bye.